edging. 6 months later, and I finally got my delivery back from Beckett. It only took their sweet time, and honestly, I'm not even sure what to expect. If we could pull a black label, that would be absolutely sick. I'm really kind of boring you guys and yapping. You guys want to know what's in here, so I'm going to open that up. Also, before I start, I would just like to say I might as well go ahead and do a giveaway. I don't know if I've actually done a slab giveaway that someone's actually entered for. All you have to do is like, comment, and be a subscriber, and I will give this to one lucky winner. And that's pretty much all you have to do is comment whatever your favorite slab from the video is. Be really surprised if I pull anything crazy from Beckett, but I won this a while back, and I figured, you know, it's CGC. Not a lot of people care about it, but it's free. All right, that's what's important. Okay, I guess it's not in like it's in a box, but it's not in a box. It's just in this foam, so I'm not sure how to go about it because I don't want to spoil it. And I guess if there's black labels, you'd probably be able to tell because the labels will be black. Duh. That's kind of how black labels work. Okay, so they're in there. These are my first ever Beckett slabs, so I'm not actually sure how I want to go about it. I'm scared, but I'm gonna cut the tape, and I think I'm just gonna look away and grab them. I don't know how to do this. I've never done Beckett. All right, I got a couple things sent off. Like I said, it was only 5 things. So I'm just going to grab. These feel thicker. Okay. So I will say, you know that it's not going to be a black label because even the back is not a black label. But I got a precious memory card sent off, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. I like the quality of these slabs. They feel pretty good. Let's see what it is. Oh yeah, I got this autographed card from from Whatnot, and I was like, oh, let's get this sent off. Obviously it's not a 10, but could we get maybe like a 9.5? Wow. All right, that's not bad. What is corners? 9, surface 9.5, centering 9.5, edges 10. You know, edges 10 is kind of impressive. And what I do like about Beckett is that it looks protected in there. I'm not sure if it's in a sleeve, but it doesn't look like it's going to move around a lot. And it's pretty clean. A 9.5 starting off. Kind of tough when it comes to Beckett because they're so picky on how they do their grading. But honestly, I will take a 9.5 to start off with. It's such a sturdy. I like these. These are not bad. I don't think I'm going to get any black labels because of how hard they do grade. But I kind of want to like cover it now so that I can't even see what it is as far as that. But it's a Japanese card. I wonder if it's like, I think I sent off a Charizard and I sent off a Venusaur. So okay, it's not a black label, but it is the Charizard in Japanese. Honestly, I can tell it's a little off. If I can get like an 8, a 9.5 across the board, so 9.5 on everything, centering, surface, corners, and edges. A 9.5 honestly is not that bad because I can even tell now that the centering is a little off, but to give it a 9.5 is pretty impressive. And like I said, I'm kind of in awe because I've never had a Beckett slab before. I don't know, can you get a 10 and it not be a black label, right? If you get a bunch of like 10s and maybe like one 9.5, is that how that works? I'm not sure, but a 9.5 Charizard, I have one in English. Thinking about getting it sent off in English as well. Not sure how well it would grade. I might just send it to PSA to get that 10 if I'm lucky enough. This is kind of exciting, guys. What the heck? I've never done this before. It only took 6 months, but all right, I think this is the Venusaur, possibly. Let's see. All right, so not a black label, but what do we have? All right, it's the Venusaur. If we can 9.5 to match. Ooh, just a 9 almost across the board, except for surface is a 10. So a mint 9, centering's 9, edging 9. Anyways, okay. The texture for this is still super insane, so the surface getting a 10 is pretty nice. I guess if I would prefer one to come back a 9.5 for value purposes, it would probably be the Charizard, because Charizard holds the most value. But I know the one in English probably is a lot more expensive, but we'll take a 9. I'm surprised that we're even pulling 9s, 9.5s. And like I said, I only have 5, and what I'm going to do is also have some of the cards that I do like as well. Oh, this is the one that I'm really curious. I can already tell that the centering's off, but this in a 9.5 goes so hard. I know this goes for several thousand in a black label. I'm not getting a black label, but I am curious to see if we can get a 9. So we got 9, we got 10 on the edges, 10 on the corners, surface was an 8 or a 9.5, and the centering is a little off. It's actually an 8.5. I mean, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. The centering probably isn't the best. When I was looking back on the video, I didn't think this would get a 10, but I figured it's already sent off now. There's no going back, but a gem, well, not a gem mint, but a normal mint 9 on this card. I don't know if it's worth it, but we have it, so I can't complain too much about it. This is all for the PC, so I'm not tripping about actual values. Thought this would be a fun experimental video. And I want to say the last card I have in here is actually a Dragonite, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we got the Warner's Brother Dragonite. It was just too nice to not get graded, and I thought for a card as old as it is, it's pretty minty. Like the centering I think is really nice. It looked really nice. Maybe the corners may be a little off, but we got, wow, I was wrong. This is the worst one in the bunch. What the heck? All right, so we got centering 9.5, edging we got 9 or 10. Wow, okay, we got edges 8.5, surface a 9, and corners 8.5. I thought this looked so good. Am I tripping? Like, I guess there's just some of the stuff in the corner, but I thought this was going to be a lot cleaner, but this was way better than what I thought it was going to be, so I can't complain. This is actually an 8.5. I'll freaking take it. Let's go. That's pretty much for all of the Beckett stuff. If that's all you want to see, cool. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. But I'm going to show you guys some of my personal favorite slabs that I have, just from the slabs that I've been building up over time. Starting off with the Charizard. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like the art, and I do like that this came back to a 10 with PSA. So I think it's like a $300-400 card, which is pretty nice. So I figured this would be a solid honorable mention because everybody loves Charizard, and I might as well put him in here as well. And this is another, so I'm doing PSA first, and I'm gonna do the CGC. I also love Yoko Littner. This came back a perfect 10 as well, so I thought that was really awesome. Never collected Crusaders. I wasn't around when these cards were available, but being able to get this in a 10, and I'm not really even seeing it that often, so low pop count and it's a 10, we will absolutely take it. One of my favorite slabs I have is a Gem Mint 10 gold stamp card. It is the Winnie the Hecking Pooh. Came back perfectly. He's from the Weiss 100, I believe. He's like, it's like the Weiss like subset. It's kind of weird, but it came back a 10 and it's absolutely gorgeous. And the Hexmania coming back a mint 9 on PSA. There's not too many that are in a 10. I think it's like a $1,100 card if you can get it back in a perfect grade. But this being a card that I found in a shop and it coming back a 9, honestly is pretty impressive, and I love the insane texture on this card. It is beautiful. And we got our bad boy Auto 10. It only came back in 8, but it was randomly just a card that I decided I wanted to get signed because it has 2 swirls. It has one by his face and a one in the top corner, and I got it signed by Eric, the voice actor. He also does ₛᵤbₛcᵣᵢbₑ, but he also is the voice of Squirtle Gang, and he drew the Squirtle Gang glasses on there, so I thought it was tough with 2 swirls on a promo card. That's an absolute dub. As a newer card for my collection from CGC, I got this off of the Whatnot, and I got a pretty good deal on it. I know they don't do 9.5s anymore, but I did get this, and I think it's too late now to upgrade it to a 10. But even if I like re-crack this and like try to send it off to PSA, or even if I just kept it like this because we know it's a 10, I just like Jabril. It's a really cool card. It's really sick. I love No Game No Life. Really sad that they didn't give us a second season. Got my Arcanine boy. Honestly, it came back a mint 9, or my Arcanine boy, he came back a 8, and he actually has a swirl on him as well. I'm honestly thinking about cracking him and either sending him off again or maybe even to PSA. Do a little bit of the surface cleaning I've seen on some of the videos, because I really think this is a lot cleaner than I expected it to be, and it to come back an 8 is surprising. I think with a little love, I could probably get this up to a 9, or maybe even a mint 10 with CGC possibly. But let me know, should I try to regrade this? It's very possible that I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then we got the Japanese promo. I know a lot of people don't care about CGC, but this came back a 10 with CGC. It's a little scuffing on there, but this came back a 10, and I know these promo cards go for absolutely insane prices. I think for the both of them they're like 400 raw, so to have these in a mint 10 is actually insane. And I'll actually show you the Pikachu card that we got as well. Hands down one of my favorite artworks. It is just such an insanely pretty card. I don't know if they will do more of these kind of cards. It was a post office exclusive from Japan, and I paid a lot for the box, and it's gone up since I've purchased it, but getting these back in 10s is actually so insane. Someone said that I should have got them in PSA, but it's a little too late now. I will take them in a nice 10s. If they were perfect 10s with CGC, that'd be clean, but I will take these in a 10 nonetheless. Got this graded not too long ago. This was my Espeon. This is a binder card, and I was like, I kind of want to just get it graded, and it came back a 9, so I can't even complain. It's pretty impressive to even have this come back as a 9. I had 2 of them, and it had a swirl, but it was crimped, so I didn't grade. I decided to go with this one instead, but the overall 9, not too bad. I kind of wish they would tell me the subcategories. I might go with the centering is off, but once it's in the case, I can't tell too much. One of my my most prized possession, I actually think this is probably my most expensive slab if I'm not mistaken. This came back a Gem Mint 10. I low-key thought about getting this regraded and sent off to PSA because I know it would increase its value probably 10 times because PSA is just slightly more creditable, I guess. But it is a first edition Blaine's Arcanine Gem Mint 10 with a swirl. It is honestly beautiful. It is my favorite card. It is just so clean. I need to get him a nice little rubber band around it, and I just love it. It's so clean. And we got our Lily's Full Force also coming back at Gem Mint 10. The texture on this card is absolutely insane. I miss the full arts having this insane texture. I look forward to Pokemon since they've started doing stuff with the Scarlet and Violet era. They have really stepped up their games, but these cards back in the day were so nice, and to get this out of a random, I think it was like a 3-card pack out of Dollar General, is insane. To get it pulled personally and then get it graded a 10, insane. I want to say this is like a $300-400 card. I think raw she goes for a little bit, like she's almost $200-300 raw if I'm not mistaken, but to get this in a perfect 10 is insane. And last but not least, my other prized possession, my perfect 10 Miriam in Japanese. I do have a lot of trainers and other cards that I want to get sent off already, but I just haven't financially been responsible enough to save up money to get those things sent off. But this Miriam coming back, I lost my mind when I pulled it, and for it to come back a perfect 10 centering surface, corners, and edges is insane. I love this card so much. Miriam is probably one of my favorites. She's not even a trainer, she's just the nurse at the school, so for her to get this kind of love is insane, and for me able to pull it in English, Japanese, alt art, and like all of the versions possible, I think Miriam is just my trainer. But that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe. It is absolutely free for you guys. Like I said, giving a giveaway for this nice little slab here. If that's something you guys are interested, just comment below, let me know what your favorite slab I have from today's collection, whether it's one of the new Beckett ones or the PSA or the CGC. You know, that'd be cool. I appreciate it. But if you are seeing one of these videos pop up on screen, feel free to check those out. Aside from that, guys, take care and comb your hair.